Yeah.
Oh, so they didn't want to come down on that price.
$30,000 because I get another child.
But then you do 30,000 and
Especially.
you come sit up front?
They do, but they
I'm good, I'm good. Can't complain. And you gotta stay in to get in the raffle now.
Oh, yeah. Don't, hold up, wait a minute now.
I'm dry snitching.
And if you ain't in the room when I do it, you gonna win.
You heard that.
All good.
Oh,
That-
you
I mean, he put about 5 of them in. Look at that.
I'm gonna tell David you're waiting in your car.
I do need to look at MLS too. Stella MLS.
Oh, you do?
Can I help you with anything?
They just, they're gonna cancel.
Okay.
We're the ones who
It's like-
spoke to him after.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
How are you?
So the fact that they really wanted to be here. You know what I'm saying?
She got a job.
About
Shit, what is my daggone number?
But his family's from there. Too.
Like they've been here that long, right?
I wouldn't say that out loud, you know, that's what I
Yeah, rent it now. Yeah. And then the folder rent from, and we were gonna sell it.
Oh, they
said, okay, we were gonna sell it.
Gotcha.
It's the house for a little while.
They were renting.
Oh, girl. Okay.
Count it?
I got that.
It definitely was counted.
So.
It is what it is.
There's always. No.
Half the league wasn't playing.
Come on.
Half the league
Yeah,
wasn't
it was
playing.
I didn't either.
I couldn't fall asleep, but then I did it, and waking up.
Wait for the reply.
Only time people went in the bubble.
All right.
Oh,
Oh.
So who's your
Maybe
fan?
she's-
Who's your fan?
Oh,
What's your fan?
I'm a Knicks fan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Proud.
They never go to
Proud.
No,
They gonna win one next year.
I was just telling school, I'm like, yeah, what's this?
Tell you what. Put your money on the Knicks to win the championship next year right now. See how much money you win. Keep doubting.
But it's.
Put about $10 on it, you win about 50 million.
My doctor got back to me from the last.
Before,
Sunday.
before Cheryl gets going, I just wanted to shout her out real quick for taking time out of her
Yeah.
busy day to teach us. I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
She's doing very well. For those of you that don't know too much about Cheryl, within her first 11 months, she's done 10 deals, about 2.6 million in volume.
That's
So
awesome.
for-
Oh, shoot.
Oh, girl. So for her first year, that's
Right.
absolutely incredible. She also has an absolutely amazing background outside of real estate. I mean, a leader in AT&T, T-Mobile.
T-Mobile,
T-Mobile.
training manager and leadership development manager.
I mean, she's done some pretty incredible stuff in the. So she's an awesome person. So
Aw.
excited to have you.
Well, thank you for having me. Hey, everyone. Good morning. How's everyone doing? All right. Well, thank you for signing up for my class. So I am huge on open houses. And I was in Brando's class last week and a lot of people said that they get their clients from open houses. How many of you have done open houses? All right. And then everyone is new here, right? You're new? Okay, new. Stop it. Okay, so think about how do you prep for open houses? Cause it's a process, right? It's just not, you're gonna wake up, say, I'm gonna do this open house, and then you go put your signs up and you're done. That's not it. Out of my 10 closings, 6 of them have been clients from open houses. So you have to, well, the 6th one is closing next week, the 19th. So you have to really be aggressive and you have to be confident, right? You gotta be confident in what you're saying, even though you might not know. I can tell you my first one I did in Sun City Center. I started full-time here in September. I did it in September, didn't know what I was doing, didn't know anything about Sun City Center, but I got my first client from there. And so if I didn't know, I'm like, you know what? That's a great question. Let me go ahead and make sure I give you correct information and I'll get back to you. I'll send you over those docs because Sun City is a beast in itself, right? If you know Sun City, there's about 500 HOAs, including Kings Point and their website. So you really got to be knowledgeable because the retirees, they know everything. So they want to make sure that you know what you're talking about. All right, so let me go here. Where's the clicker? Clicker. Is it working? Yep. All right. So when you go to an open house, what are you looking for? You're looking for buyers or you're looking for sellers? Anyone? Both. Okay. How many people do you think goes into an open house and purchases that house that they come walk into? Less than how many? 1%. Less than 1%, probably, yeah. So you're looking, you're gonna try to sell the house, of course, because it's an open house, but you also want to be prepared to give them options. And what I mean by options, making sure that you have other listings, you gotta do research. That's why it's a lot of work. You look at other listings in the area that fit the same criteria and the same size that you're hosting the open house in. You also want to look at the price. So there's different things that you want to look at when you're hosting an open house, and we'll get to that in a few. But I always say, if you have a listing come up, do your open house the first weekend. Do your own open house. That's gonna get, yes, Kevin, do your own open house first weekend. Because that's gonna give you the opportunity to sell your house and also get you some buyers. And also possibly some more listings in the neighborhood, right? Because you're gonna do.
Just did his home this past weekend and got the buyer for his listing.
Look at that. Yeah, yeah. So it definitely works when you're doing your own open houses. And then soon as you find out you're gonna do an open house, start posting everywhere, social media. How many of you are in open house Facebook pages? How many are you in, say? Ethan, how many are you in?
I think I'm in 2 different ones. I believe the Sun City and Apollo Beach.
For anyone else? How many?
I'm gonna say at least 8, just with all the different groups, the snowbird.
Yep.
groups, The moving
Yep.
from Michigan.
Yep.
the
California to
Tampa
Florida.
houses, the Lakewood Ranch, Madison County, it's a lot of different.
It's a lot. So my suggestion to you is to go on Facebook, search for open houses, and join every group. I think I'm in about because I posted on my page and I share it, and I think it's like 15 times I share it that first day. So that means 15 different open house groups I'm in. It can be, and not just open housing, it can be real estate listings in Florida, real 55 plus, moving from California, moving from Michigan, snowbirds moving. So there's a whole bunch of them. And I've gotten a potential buyer from one of those, just from them seeing that. So think about all the different Facebook pages and Instagram and make reels. Reels are very important because they're quick and you get a lot of people seeing those reels, not just the people that, friends with on Facebook. I also do LinkedIn. I do LinkedIn a lot for all of my open houses. And one of my first employees, well, now she wasn't my first, but on my first team when I was with T-Mobile, she just reached out to me last week on LinkedIn. She's coming down next week. Her and her husband moving down. They want to buy a house in Lakeland. So I'm going out to Lakeland next week. So anytime you publicize this, make sure you do it consistently, not just the first day. And then you got to think about the areas, right? If they're moving from California to Florida, you don't want to post on that page at 8 o'clock at night. At 8 o'clock in the morning because they sleep. So you got to be strategic when you post it. It's a whole process that you got to go through. And then door knocking. I have done one neighbor preview 1 hour before I did an open house. So I went and door knocked the day before, and I said, I'm going to do this open house in your neighborhood. Just come by at 10 a.m. between 10 and 11 if you want to come and see it. And I would love to get some feedback from you on the house so I can provide that to the selling agent, to the seller. All right. Any questions on that? Yes. So it depends on the area, the neighborhood. Like in Sun City, I'm gonna door knock the entire block on both sides and then the main entrance coming in. Because they're gonna see my signs coming in. So I wanna make sure that they know they can come over and visit.
Repeat that, you say you do that on the day of?
The day before. The day before, yeah. I door knock that area And then I'll let them know that I'm gonna have an open house on at 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock and come between 10 and 12.
What time are you door knocking?
It depends on the area. If I'm in Sun City, it's gonna be in the afternoon. Yeah, I do, exactly, yeah, anytime. But I prefer in the afternoon, especially like between 3 and 5 or 3 and 6, because they're home. Yeah, exactly.
You know, anything for anybody who's not home, say, hey,
I do, I have, I have door hangers with my face and everything on it. Everything that I have has my face on it. I'm new, I've only been here 3 years in Tampa. I've only been doing real estate since, I've only been doing real estate since September. So nobody knows me, but you gonna see my face on everything. And then I leave my car parked in the driveway so people in my neighborhood can see that I'm a real estate agent. All right, so open house tips. So post all on Facebook, create an event on Facebook. Also, call and text the neighbors. Now you gotta make sure that you're checking the do not call list, because this is why I say it takes research. It's not just setting up and going and doing an open house. You gotta research to make sure if you're gonna call and text these people that they're not on the do not call list. And everybody knows how to get to that and remind and spell an MLS? Okay, yeah.
You mentioned door knock about like neighbors who have like signs that say no solicit. You're not soliciting?
I'm not soliciting.
Oh.
I'm just giving you information. I'm having an open house this week.
they may still not like it, but.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that.
Cheryl, what does it sound like to you?
What is what?
I mean, to address that question, what does it sound like so that it's not soliciting? People that don't know.
So, hi Kevin, how are you?
Great.
So I just wanted to let you know that I am doing an open house tomorrow between 12 and 4, between 12 and 3. And I would love for you to come and look at your neighbor's house and also give some feedback so I can provide to the seller. Not saying that you want to buy or you want to sell, but I just want to get some feedback from the neighbor in the neighborhood.
The key is that you're not soliciting the seller.
Right, exactly.
You're just asking.
To come to the open house. Yep. It's an invitation. And then I also do, when I do an open house and it depends on the price, but if it's over 500,000, I'm gonna bring some mimosas, I'm gonna bring a little fruit tray, because that's the type of people that's gonna be coming to see that house, right? Now, if it's 200 to 300, I'm gonna have some waters. But that's about it. You don't wanna bring a lot of food into people's houses, cause then think about it, you gotta clean up, somebody waste something. But you know what I mean, at 500 and higher, drink a little glass of mimosa. All right. On the same day, open house, call, text, do video leads. So I do the videos sometimes the day before, and then I post it on my YouTube page. And I post it as a short. You don't want to do a long video. That's why I say do reels as well, because anything short is gonna grab the attention, right? And I've gotten a lot of views. I only have maybe like 20 followers on YouTube, because I just started, but I've got videos that have 500 views. So out of those 500, I just want one person to call me. That's it. It's all about making sure that you create a presence in the industry that you're in. Tons of open house signs and directions. So who's done open houses? How many signs did you put in?
Over 10.
Yes.
I went from 10 to like, one time I did 17.
Yep. So a minimum of 10 and be strategic. So that's why I say go the day before, look and see what the turns at, what's the main streets. A best practice is always put a sign at a by stop sign, because they gotta stop, so they're gonna see it.
Does anybody here not have signs? How about that?
I'm about to order some.
Do you guys know where to get them?
Signs by many of,
Man, do we still have signs?
Oh, yeah.
So
I
we-
found your Amber.
We have signs here in case you guys
Yeah.
don't have access to them. I also have signs in my office. They have my name on it, but.
so yeah, so you wanna make sure before, and I just got signs, maybe like in November, because I was using this Market Center sign. It didn't have my name on it, it had Keller Williams, South Shore, so.
Narrow.
Yeah, an hour, exactly. You don't want it, so I can tell you, real estate is a very lucrative business, but you don't wanna spend all your money to get this and get that. I try to do, when I do a closing, I spend a certain amount on marketing materials. And then, other than that, that's the only marketing materials I have is all for my closings, because I'm not gonna keep on spending money and not making money. All right. Live video day of at the open house, I do one before, and then I do one when I'm there. And a best practice that Brando said last week is to show your face. So people can get used to seeing your face. That's why my face is on everything, but some of my videos, my face is not. All right, and then have printouts of comps. Meaning, when someone comes in to the open house, you wanna make sure that if they don't like that house, you got some more houses in the area. And then that's how you set up your appointment. So you have an interested buyer. Well, I don't like this house. I want another bathroom or whatever. Okay, well, you know what? I have some comps in the, some available listings in the area. I leave here at 3. How about 4 o'clock? Let's meet there. So that gives me time to pack up everything and then also set up the showing. I've had 2 buyers from that doing that. So again, be prepared, not only for the open house that you're doing, but for opportunities for buyers. And then have a sign-in sheet. You can have a QR code for drawing, and you want to do that because you want to make sure you're getting that right information. How many times you host an open house and the people come in, they just sign their name and that's it? I need email and address, email and telephone number. And then before I leave, I'm sending them an email, an open house follow-up. Thank you for attending the open house at so-and-so address. I would love to help you find your forever home. This is what I bring to the table. And then this is where my value statement comes in.
Have you had experiences working with, like I had one, a family came in, wanted to check it out. Wife signed up, asked her, are you working with an agent? My husband's a realtor. How do you handle that?
I don't ask them that question. What's the name of your realtor? Because if you ask them you working with a realtor, I sure am. 9 times out of 10, they're gonna say that. But if you ask them what's the name,
Well, in this case, he was
was
there.
he really a realtor?
He was there, yeah.
Oh, he was there. Oh, okay.
I chatted with him, but I was just curious because I've had this on Circle Prospecting. Oh, I know realtors, so.
You know realtors, but let me tell you what I can bring to the table for you. Yes, you have to create a value statement of what you bring to the table. Not just, oh, okay, well, if you know realtors and you thought it was good, you would be using them right now, right? But you're not. I can give you an example, my closing that happened last month. He came in at one of Kevin's listings. That was a good one, because I got my 2 buyers, recent buyers are from that open house. I got to open a buyer on that Friday and a buyer on that Saturday, because I try to do the same, like the open house I'm doing this weekend, I do Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Because again, the neighbor's gonna see your same face for 2 days, they're gonna see the same signs, and then you already door knock once. I'm gonna door knock again on Sunday, because you didn't come. So I just wanna let you know I'm back here Sunday. So just, if you wanna come and give me some feedback on the house, that would be great, and then have them come over. But, the guy that just closed last month, he had a realtor. He came in looking at the house and, I said, so what's the name of your realtor? He said, well, it's a friend of mine that was referral from a friend of mine. He said, but I'm not very impressed with her. I'm like, what? What's going on? And he's like, well, I sent her a text message last week and she still hasn't responded. I'm like, oh my, wait a minute. Let me tell you what I can do for you. And then we sat down, I pulled out my laptop, I showed him the MLS, I showed him that I will set you up on an auto email. And, I gave him something else that I said. But he was like, you know what? That's great. And then he signed the buyer's broker agreement right then and there, because now, and you're gonna sign it, because now I already knew he was working with one. And I asked him, I said, did you sign anything with her? He said, no, I haven't. I haven't barely even talked to him. Okay, there you go. And I explained to him, I put 2.5 on mine. That's just me. Some people put 3%, some people put 4%. I put 2.5 in my buyer's broker's agreement. And I tell them, if the listing agent is gonna offer me 3%, we're good. But anything below 2.5%, I do expect you to make up the difference. And this is why, because this is what I'm gonna do for you. I was out in Newport Richie with him a whole day. Then we went down, that contract fell through, the inspection fell through. Then we went down to Port Charlotte, and that's where he bought it, Port Charlotte. So I told him, I said, I'm licensed in the state of Florida. Wherever you want to go, that's where I'm gonna go. So, any questions?
No, real quick.
Yes.
So in that example, when you got them signed, do we just keep it as a wet sign and upload the agreement?
Yeah, I keep, so, again, I'm sorry, at the open house, you also should have a buyer's broker agreement. You should have a offer, contract, as is contract, ready to fill out. And then you should also have, again, the comps in the area. Yes,
What should be the recommended attire, like, during open house and whenever you establish like a client? Like, so it's like this. Like this. Be you.
be you.
Cause I see some people in suits and,
Oh,
it'd be hot now.
yeah, it's too hot. For me, a quick sundress will do it, right? As easy and as light. Yes.
Where do you, get your, call list from, when you do the calling and the texting to the neighbors?
From the MLS. So I go into Remind and I do circle prospecting. And then I, like I said, I pull up the address and then make sure they're not on the do not call list. And then I call them or text them. Any other questions on that? Partnerships. So again, you want to make sure you're prepared. So one, you want to make sure that if you're doing someone else's listing, you ask them, is there anything I need to know about this house that's not on the MLS? You also want to make sure that you have a partnership with a lender. Like I'll have Tom make flyers with his information, my information, from down payment assistance. He also, I give him the address of the house that I'm doing. He gives me like the mortgage rate and all that stuff and the monthly mortgage payment estimate. So you want to make sure you're prepared. Now, if you're doing a 500 or above, 600 or above, I might ask one of the lenders to come with me or come hang out for a couple hours. Just in case, you never know. Somebody might be prepared to put an offer. And you also want to make sure that you have partnerships with your peers and the transaction coordinators like Christy right there. But again, building those relationships is not just with your clients, it's also with your peers in the office that you work in. Any questions? Ooh. Okay. All right, so Q&A. Before we,
Is that actually what you have? Is that your picture?
So these are my open house flyers. Well, these were before I got mine. This is from the beginning. Before I got mine, I had just regular open house flyers, but I have ones with, I have my picture on it. I also have again, marketing. I signed up with a company that I have a monthly magazine that comes out. And so I have that laid out as well, along with the MLS, my business cards, waters. I'm like little candy like that, peppermints I do. And then this I use for them to sign in, my iPad. What else? Okay. So thinking about being prepared for the open house and your spiel and how you're gonna sound confident. So this is the open house I'm doing this week. What's the important information on here that you should know when anyone comes into that open house? Square footage, bed, bath, how long it's been on the market,
Age of the roof.
age of the roof,
Latest
mhm,
listing price.
latest listing price,
Features.
what conveys features.
Do you keep the SRPD?
Mhm.
When you're there? Do you
Yep.
present it to people? Or do you like leave it?
No,
out?
I just leave it out. I was gonna go to the attachments. Yep, I just leave it out.
That's the buyer synopsis you're talking
No, the seller's property disclosure.
about. Oh, no.
But so when you're in, and Ethan was observing me one time in the open house, and I didn't have anyone come in when you came. Dang on, who, was it you? No? Okay. Well, anyway, someone came in, and so my one question is, good afternoon, my name is Cheryl, I'm with Keller Williams, South Shore. This house was built in 1990, listed for $299. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1440 square foot. I haven't memorized it yet. And then did you see this on Zillow, or did you just see my sign? And why do you think I asked that question?
Yeah.
You know what they
find
do
out
about
where
it.
you're getting them from.
Find out where you're getting it from, exactly. And then also, if they saw it on Zillow, they already read all that. So I'm not gonna go through everything. Okay, well, you know what? Go ahead and walk around and let me know if you have any questions. You don't wanna follow them from room to room because then that kind of bothers people. Too close. You just wanna let them go. If they only saw the signs in open house, oh, okay, so how long have you been looking? Then that opens up questions for me. How long have you been looking? What's the name of the agent you're working with? Oh, well, I don't have one, or the name is, okay. All right, so did they know you were coming out? Cause I get it. If they decide to buy a broker agreement and they're seriously looking, I'm gonna try to snatch it.
Do you ask them that specifically, Cheryl?
What?
Have you signed the buyer's broker agreement?
After
Exclusive broker's agreement.
I confirm that they are working with a realtor, yeah, have you signed any paperwork with them? I just say paperwork.
Yeah, I usually say, have you signed an exclusive agreement with anybody? I say catch them, they lie.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody's got an agent when they come in.
Right. Yep. But then you also want to know, they asked a lot about the CDD, they asked about the HOA, and then the seller's property disclosure. So all of this information is in your attachments, so you want to familiarize yourself with it. And then because if you look at it and they said, does the property have aluminum wiring other than the primary, they don't know. That might be an issue when it comes to inspection, because it might need to be upgraded, especially out here in Sun City. There's a lot of old wiring, there's a lot of, the electrical boards need to be replaced, and the plumbing. So you want to make sure that you know all this. And then the HOA. Well, which HOA is this? This one is the Calusa Lakes. Because, and again, in Sun City, there's 500 or more. 500 or more HOAs. So you want to make sure you know which one it is, because Calusa, you can go 3 blocks down and it's another HOA. So again, you got to be familiar with the different areas in Sun City.
Should we have any of the CDD docs or anything else?
Yes. Anything that you have, any of the attachment that you have up there, you should have available for you to look over. And then again, that's why I say you check with your listing agent, you check with the transaction coordinator, see if there's anything that you need to know that's not on here. All right, so again, my history, I used to be a trading manager, right? So we're gonna do a little role play. So we have this up. Someone is coming in. How are you gonna speak to them? Who wants to go? Okay,
What is it? My role as the agent?
you're the agent and this is your open house.
Hey, how are you doing today?
I'm good, how are you?
Good. Yeah, so welcome. Thank you for showing up and, take a look around. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm right here in your shop.
Okay. What are they looking at?
Yeah, so, and I'd ask, so this is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath property. And, it's square footage, I'm trying to find it. Yeah, so about 1,400 square foot. Is this the type of property you're looking for?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to downsize, so 2 bedrooms is enough.
All right. And, you live in the area, moving in?
I'm moving in the area, yeah.
Oh,
Moving up from
whereabouts?
Orlando.
From Orlando.
Mhm.
Well, you won't like this. It's not quite as busy. It's a more quiet neighborhood.
Mhm.
Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, 55 plus, that's what I'm looking at.
All right. And have you looked at any other properties in the area?
We just started looking last week. We did look at a couple others, but this weekend we're out. This is a holiday weekend. We're gonna try to get as many as we can to look and see.
All right. You're working with an agent right now?
Maybe somewhat, somehow, I have a friend that's an agent and, I've been talking to her about it, so.
I'm sure she has a lot to offer, but I can certainly help you out. And we have, if this house doesn't suit you, we have other properties available. I can show you what's around. I'm gonna wrap up around 4 PM today. And if you're open to looking at some other properties in the area, we can meet over there.
Okay, all right, yeah, so yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, so here, let me go over this buyer agreement with you real quick. I am included from showing you any homes without an agreement.
What is that agreement gonna do?
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna be here to help answer all your questions.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, the way I sort of operate is to make sure you get the best. I
Okay.
represent you all the way. And, as I said, we have these properties here. If it turns out that you're looking for something in particular, I'll start looking a little bit more broader in the, Sun City. We have another area called, Kings Point. Very comparable. They have all these amenities. I think you'll really appreciate, this neighborhood. But yeah, I do all the work for you and make sure that you, are comfortable in the house you buy.
Okay, all right, good job, good job. What, so they're moving from Orlando to Sun City. What just came out about Sun City?
What just came out about it?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Anybody?
yeah, #1 community.
#1 retirement community in the state, right? So you wanna speak about that, yeah? You also wanna speak about, and I forgot to put that on there, I have the Keller Williams pie chart that shows that Keller Williams South Shore is above everyone. That's part of my display as well.
I would also ask, is your house in Orlando on the market already?
Yeah.
Do you have an agent over there?
Exactly. Cause I will drive up to Orlando and list your house for you. I sure will. I'm licensed in the whole state of Florida.
Oh, no, keep going. When you finish that, I'll tell my point.
No, go ahead. Yeah, say your point.
So for me, doing an open house, I do it a little different. I don't really talk about real estate. Right? I talk about how can I be your best friend for the next 25 years, right? So for me, can I do the same role play?
You sure can.
So for me, honestly, I'm gonna stand up just because I can't sit down. I got ADHD real bad and it's kicking in today. You don't like to go up. But so when I do an open house, I always open the door for somebody. You will
Yep.
never touch the door if you come to my open house. There's a reason for that, because I gotta greet you at hello,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I'm always gonna open the door. My opening is the same, every single person. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the open house. It's been an extremely busy day, and I'm glad you're here. And I always have a sign-in sheet,
Mhm.
the moment they can see it, with a bunch of fake names written.
Mm-hmm.
across it. Dead ass, fake names.
Oh, I use it from the previous open house.
From the previous open
Yep,
house,
just
right?
put that one on
I
top.
always tell them, listen, it's been a great day, welcome, even if it just started 5 minutes ago. Right? Then I say, well, what brings you here? How'd you hear about it? Did you see one of my signs? Did you see us online? Blah, blah, blah. Once you get that information, if they have kids, oh, what's your kid's name? What's your husband's name? What brought you here? Do you live in the area? That's usually my first question. Do you live in the area? What brought you here? And then I say, I tell you what, this house is 2 beds, 2 baths, 1,500 square feet. Take a look around. You got any questions? Let me know. Give them about 5 minutes. So what do you think about the house? You like it? What don't you like about it? What would you change about it? And I go a little, and I say, let them go on a little more. And I say, well, how long have you been searching? Tell me a little bit about what you're looking for. Then I ask the question, are you working with anybody? Has anybody started your search for you? If they say yes, have you signed an exclusive relationship with them? If they say no, I'd love to help you out. I'll leave it at that. The rest of it is just conversation, but I personally never go into it like immediately talking about real estate because honestly, I'm not there to sell the house.
Right.
I care less if the house sells, to tell you the truth. I'm there to get a buyer, I'm there to get a seller. So if you guys are doing my open houses, you're not there to sell my house. You're there to get a buyer, get a seller. That's it.
I have a question.
Yes.
What do you guys do when you have multiple people in the house and it's just you? Like, how does that look? What does that look like?
Oh, glad Cheryl, you get that shit like.
So you can chime in. You got the experience.
I mean,
So-
just keeping it short with. You know what I'm saying?
I keep it short with them. I make sure that they sign in. And then go ahead and walk around and let me know if you have any questions. Then I greet that next person. And then, give that little spiel or whatever. Then I let them walk around. Then I go to the first person. How did you like it? And just like, Kevin said, what would you change about it? What do you like about it? I just want to make sure I get good feedback. And I always say, if they don't want to sign in, I just got to make sure the seller knows and the agent knows that I'm just not sitting here playing around. I got people coming in. So can you just sign? And then they normally do. But you got to take them one at a time.
Yeah.
Now, when I went to family reunion and I went to an open house seminar, this lady from Jersey, I can tell you, so I know sometimes you might sit in an open house for the whole weekend and get nobody, right? It's happened, trust me, it's happened. But when you get nobody, you should be working. You should still be uploading, doing something in your database, sending emails, doing anything. And I always keep my list, and I didn't bring it with me, but I keep, and I know it's in, command, but I'm just old school, so I like handwritten. So I'll keep the sign-in sheets, and I have the addresses of the homes that I showed, that I was, doing an open house to. And I will shoot them an email and say, I have an open house coming up this weekend that fits the same criteria that you was looking for previously. And they haven't signed with me, but I don't know if they bought it or not, but I'm still gonna let them know. And if they have bought, they'll say, well, I've already bought a house. Okay, well, thank you. If you know anyone else is looking for a house this size, please let me know. And then you can just send them over to this open house. All right. Sounds good?
Yeah.
All right, any other questions? No? So, getting back to what I was saying about in family reunion, an open house. This lady did 67 open houses and had nobody, no sales. No buyers, no sellers, after 67 open houses. So of course you're gonna get discouraged about it, right? But what she did was she reevaluated how she was hosting her open houses, the social media about the open houses, and then she was sitting on stage at Keller Williams family reunion, so she's killing it now. So what I said, what Kevin said might not work for any of you. But you have to find how you're gonna present. And you gotta practice. You really do. You gotta practice on how you're gonna present or welcome the clients that's coming into the house. It takes.
Yeah, I was gonna share, when I went, just to like get the layout and everything.
Mhm.
I started talking to people that were outside.
Mhm.
So right across the street, the guy actually helped me. He's like, don't sell the house, man, sell the neighborhood.
Mhm.
Like, you know about the amenities,
Mhm.
all that, right? Then the next day I did the formal door knocking,
Mhm.
and another person came out and just started talking to me about the neighborhood and all that. So, and these are the contacts, right? Like I got their information.
Right.
Trying to prospect them, but
Mhm.
I really appreciated them giving me more things to try to incorporate into my.
Right. And then I would always say, when I spoke to some of the neighbors around here, they just love the area. This is why they love it.
Yeah.
And then like in Kings Point, well, this is not in Kings Point, this is in Delaware, but in Kings Point, you gotta sell Kings Point. Because their monthly HOA or COA is really, really high, right? So you gotta sell all the amenities that they have. They have bocce ball, they have pickleball, they have golf, they have arts and crafts, they have all of this. Plus, also, when I found out when we did that volunteer at the fire station across the street, that if you have an appointment and you need to go to and you need a ride, they provide that. If you have dialysis, they go pick you up, wait there, and bring you back home. If you need to go grocery shopping, they will pick you up, take you grocery shopping.
That's part of their,
The train service.
Mm-hmm.
wow.
That's part of all of the amenities in Kings Point. Yeah, exactly. So again, knowing the area that you're selling, because you're trying to get a buyer out there, right? Anyone else want to try this? Ethan. Come on, Ethan. You can do it.
Gotta eat.
You got it.
All right,
Part of growth is being uncomfortable.
yeah, fair enough.
Come on up. You can come up, but you can't see it.
No, yeah, I guess, fair enough. I really couldn't read it. Alright, hello, how are you doing today, ma'am?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, what brings you in?
Trying to buy a house.
Trying to buy a house?
Mhm.
Very nice, how long have you been looking at houses for?
I would say maybe about a month now. I mean, it's just these interest rates
About
are
a
just
month
so
now?
high. Yeah, but they're starting to drop. So
Yeah, who's your realtor?
I don't have one right now.
Oh, awesome, well, I'm more than happy to help, but if you have any questions about the house, you're more than welcome to take a look, and then I got you if you need any help.
Okay. And how much is this house for?
$299,900.
Okay. All right. And this just came on the market, right?
5 days ago.
Okay. See how I'm leading you?
Yes.
You need to be leading me.
Mhm.
Right. Okay. And how many bedrooms is it?
It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath.
Okay. All right. So now let's rewind
Yep. got
and
it.
let's start over.
Yeah, so the, house has been on the market for about 5 days. It's listed at $299,900.
Oh, okay,
And
that's
it's a
good.
2-bed, 2-bath.
Mhm.
Yep.
Awesome, awesome. All right, well, let me go ahead and look around.
All right, how did everything look? You like the house?
I do, I like it, I like it. How old is the roof?
The roof, that's where I'd go and check. Oh, it's a brand new roof.
Yeah. So it's a brand new roof. Okay, well, that's good because you know roofs are really expensive. Okay, so if I want to buy this house, you know what? I've been looking for about a month. Do you have any other ones around here?
Yeah, of course. So I actually finished this open house at 3 p.m. I could show you a couple other houses that I have in the area if you'd like.
Okay, all right.
And then
Sounds
send
good.
the email list and everything like that.
Okay, all right, all right, all right. So you're getting there, you're getting there. Good job, good job. Look, and then you didn't even want to get up, so good job.
I got a question.
Yes.
I'm not trying to be funny, but I know he was like, "How are you doing, man?" I'm like, you have to be careful with like pronouns, cause you know.
You do, you know, but I mean, you know, it's so polite.
Okay.
You know, that's why he said that. Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Hit that.
Hit that.
We are in the South too.
Right, we are in the South,
Like,
yeah. Ma'am, yeah, it is, that ma'am is normal, right, right. So, yeah, so again, you wanna make sure that you give them your name, who you working with, even though you got your badge on, even though the sign says Keller Williams South Shore, you still wanna let them know that. You also wanna let them know again, the listing price, the amount of bedrooms, bathrooms, the days it's been on the market. It just went on the market, so you're one of the first ones to see it. So I would love some honest feedback. And then you write the feedback down on the paper, because that's, after that, you send an email to the listing agent and transaction coordinator about the showings that weekend that you did. All right? Anybody else want to try it one more time? Come on.
I'll do it.
Okay, all right.
I need to
Let's-
stand up though.
Come on, come on. And they all, you know what, most of them, they always not, but I'm like Kevin, I'll be at the door waiting, cause I can see, you have to, I'm sorry, you have to be strategic where you sit, so you can see, first of all, for your safety, and secondly, so you can greet them before they open their door. Okay.
Hi, welcome. I'm Anne Marie.
Hi, Anne Marie, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I'm Cheryl.
Nice to meet you, Cheryl. So what brings you in today?
So me and my husband, we just started looking, you know, we're at that age now, we wanna retire.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
So looking in this area, what can you tell me about this area?
So Sun City is a great area. It's actually been rated #1 retirement community in the state. So
What?
you are looking at the best place possible to retire.
Okay, all right, that's good.
Yeah.
So we're in the right direction.
Awesome. So let me tell you about the house.
Okay.
It's 2-bedroom, 2-bath. It was built in 1990.
Mm-hmm.
It's been on the market for about 5 days. It's 1,400 square feet, and we're listing at $299,900.
Oh, that's not bad, under 3, okay.
Yeah, it's a
Alright.
steal.
And how much are the, association fees?
The association fee, $1,551.
A month?
Annually.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, all right, and it's a 2-2, okay, so let me
Yeah.
see.
Go ahead and take a look around.
Okay.
I'll be in the kitchen. If you have any questions, come back and we'll chat.
Okay, all right. Ta-da, I'm back.
What do you think?
I love it. Oh my goodness, I really do like it. Yes, yes. And it's a brand new roof, and I love the screen in lanai, so I can sit
Yeah.
out here and hear the birds and all that. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Are you? Who's your agent?
I don't have one right now.
You don't have an agent. Okay. Great. I would love to represent you. I'd love that opportunity.
Okay.
Yeah. I have this just buyer's broker agreement. I'd love for you to sign. You'd work exclusively with me.
Uh-huh.
I'm licensed all in the state of Florida. I have a tremendous amount of customer service. I just tailor, what you need, and we can provide. I can provide you with great negotiating skills.
Keep it going. Good job. right, and then so this buyer's broker agreement, what is that? What do you mean? Why do I have to sign that?
This just makes it clear between you and I as to, what I can provide for you. And then also, this will tell you where my commission is coming from.
Oh,
So
we talking about money? Wait, what?
how would you go about that?
So because, you was doing good, you was doing good, yeah. But because the buyer's broker agreement is a requirement, it's gonna be a requirement, we gotta
That
get
is a
comfortable.
requirement, yeah.
Yeah, we gotta get comfortable with,
Yeah.
with speaking out value. So for me, this right here, the buyer's broker agreement, what it is that it's showing that I'm gonna be a fiduciary for you.
Mhm.
And this is gonna be a partnership.
Okay.
I'm gonna work exclusively for
Yeah.
you. I am, in your best interest, whatever you need is what I'm gonna help you find.
Okay.
And then, so when we talk about the commission, when you see this, they're looking down and see the commission. So this is 2.5%. 9 times out of 10, the selling agent, the seller will provide me with my commission. But my ask of you is that if it's below the 2.5%, that you make up the difference. And then you can do that at closing.
Right.
But this is what I will do for you. I will set you up on auto emails. That way, any house that comes on the market that fits your criteria, you'll get. I also have a team of over 200 in my office, and we have 2 offices. We have one in Sun City, we have one in Apollo Beach. So anytime they have a listing that comes live, who do you think gonna get first dibs at it? I am. And that means you will. This is how I'm gonna go above and beyond for you to ensure that you find a house that you want. How does that sound?
That sounds great.
Okay. Oh, well, look.
Ditto. What she said.
Good job.
Calling Cheryl.
Question, so in this case, you told her that you like it, you really like it, as if you were interested, right?
Mhm.
How do you have that conversation to close that? Cause you're talking about showing me something else, and I just told you I like this house.
Well, if you really like this house, have you been pre-approved yet? Have you spoken with Linda yet? And then they say, well, no, I have not. Okay, well, you know what? I have 2 primary lenders that I use. And I don't like to just send one because I don't want them to say you showing favoritism or whatever, or, they ain't cahoots or whatever. No, I'm gonna send you a couple of them. And then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna sign this buyer's broker agreement right now. And then, once you get pre-approved, then we can see exactly how much you can afford or how much your price range is, and then we go from there. They have to get pre-approved. Yeah, exactly.
Cheryl,
Yes.
if they have a home to sell, but they haven't even put it on the market yet, but they're interested,
Mm-hmm.
do you find, I go ahead and tell them that it's ideal to have their house under contract before they
Mhm.
write an offer. It's kind of off-putting to them, but that's the truth.
Yeah, so you have to be, so my next question would be, do you have to sell that house to buy this house?
Exactly, they do.
And then if they do, and I have a buyer like that now, so they finally put theirs on the market. So I tell them there's an option that you have. I can get you with my lender that has this down payment assistance program where if you have 5% of the value of this house that you want to put an offer on, you can go ahead and, put the offer on the table for that house. And then once you sell your house, you pay the difference of your down payment, of your closing costs.
What's that product called?
It's something that Tom got going. Yeah, ask him. It's a down payment assistance program where you put 5% down, but you have to meet certain criteria.
First time home buyers.
No, that's 3.5.
Yeah, that's
They already have this house, but their house is not. It's not a convention, it's a down payment assistance program. It can be whatever, it won't be a FHA because it won't be a first time home buyer,
I've
I
never
already
been
have one.
like I did my house.
Mhm.
5%. It was, conventional loan, but yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. Yeah, down payment assistance.
What if it comes down to like, pretty much like when the clients come in and say, well, I don't have pre-approved, but I want to pay cash, how would you go about it?
I need proof of funds right now, and here's the contract. That's why you have a contract, especially out in Kings Point, 99% of them are gonna pay cash.
Yeah.
So you wanna have that contract there, and you wanna have, they gotta send you proof of funds.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, hell yeah, let's go. Look, I'm excited already.
I actually had a woman one time say, we have the cashier at the house, can I just send you a picture of it?
And a shoebox under the mattress?
Exactly, right.
The internet is full of pictures of stacks of money.
Oh, my goodness. Hopefully there's no ink spots on it. Any other questions?
Well, a lot of these things we're talking about happen in perfect world.
Yeah.
It's not very often that you're gonna talk to people that deep, I guess, in an open house about group funds, cash.
Right.
I mean, to get to that point of discussion, yes, but don't lose sight of the fact that your goal is to get them as a client for today and tomorrow. So if you go too hot and heavy, you go too hot and heavy,
Thank you.
then the moment they walk in the house,
Yeah.
trying to sell them real estate, 9 times out of 10, it's not gonna work. Give me a heads up.
To
Yep.
go over also, the sale of the house, so, like her example, she's in Orlando, she owns. My question would be, hey, are you pre-approved? If yes, are you pre-approved with no contingencies? Meaning, do you have to sell your house in order to get the loan for the new house? Because they could be pre-approved without the contingency, meaning they can handle both.
Do you need to sell the lot?
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's the succinct way to word that.
yeah. Do you need to sell to buy? Do you need to sell this property to buy this?
and then I think what she was talking about too, what's an option is a bridge loan.
Yeah, that's what it is, bridge loan, thank you. They are.
So when you have someone that's signing in and, they've seen the signs rather than Zillow,
Uh-huh.
and they're just kind of looking and they give you like just their email or, and just their name, they won't give you their number. Do you find that those people are the ones that really kind of aren't worth your time?
Well, I still send them, as long as I get an email address, that's important to me. And then some of them, they try to scribble.
Yeah.
I was like, well, let me,
That's
and
why
I,
your iPad's
yeah.
probably better.
yeah, but I pick it up. And what does this mean? What is this? And I want to make sure.
Yeah.
But, so I would ask them, do you mind giving me your cell phone number? And if they say no, that's all right. Okay, because a lot of them, they think you're gonna start calling them, harassing them.
Exactly.
Yes.
And that's a lot of people, so I figure those people probably aren't your clients. The ones that don't even want to give you their information.
True, yeah.
Is that your experience?
But I don't, yeah, because I'm not gonna run behind anybody,
Exactly.
so there's a lot of people out here about wanting to buy
The
houses.
people that are upfront with their contact information to me are your people.
And then when you have all the information, I always ask, so are you looking primarily for a 2-2? Because I put my notes on my paper, on my sign-in sheet. And that way I have the information there, and I'll tell them when I shoot them the follow-up email at the end, these are some more homes that we have available. I might give them 2,
Yeah.
and then that's it, because I need to set up an appointment with you.
Yeah, because that's a whole nother, part is separating the people that really aren't worth your time and the people that are.
Yep, I agree.
Into these-
I agree. So this, like I said, when you do an open house, it's a process, right? So this is my checklist that I use. You don't have to do everything. You don't have to do it 5 days, 2 days, day of, day after, but you want to incorporate some type of checklist for yourself to make sure that you're hitting all the buttons. We don't need to go over it, but I mean, if you have any questions or if you want to come shadow me on Saturday or Sunday, I'm here. What time am I here? 12 to 3, I think? I think it's 12 to 3.
Yeah.
So question, what do you find is like the best time zones to do?
So I normally do 12 to 3 or 1 to 4 on Sundays. And I do 1 to 4 on Sundays because people go to church, go to brunch after, they meet. So I start at 1 as opposed to 12.
They're good and hammered when they get there.
Right, exactly.
Hey Cheryl, did you already talk about, how do you keep track of people in the open house? Because for us as listing agents, your feedback to us is extremely important. Right?
Yeah.
From an open house, and I find that a lot of agents send me 1-liners, 2-liners. While I appreciate you doing the open house, the feedback wasn't necessarily very substantive. So can you touch on really quick, how do you keep track of who is who and exactly what they said in order to provide good feedback? But it's also, you also keep track of that for yourself, so that when you follow up with these people, you know what they said and how to talk to them.
I write it down on my sign-in sheet. So after they're finished looking, I say, okay, so what did you like about the house? What did you, if I had to give feedback to this seller, what would the feedback be? And then that's what I put. I write that down on my paper next to their name. And then when I send Kevin or whoever, open house I'm doing, I give them that breakdown and feedback. This was the positives, this was negatives, and then this is, what I would recommend sometimes. Like I did one for Joanne, and I just recommended that y'all get someone to professionally clean this house. Cause it ain't gonna sell looking like this. And then so she did. She told, when I saw her the next day or 2 days later, she said, we got someone to clean the house. So you wanna give them honest feedback, cause you want your peers to be able to sell the houses, right? You want them to make money, cause you're trying to make money as well. So give them the honest feedback. Don't try to sugarcoat it. Saturday and Sunday, 12 to 3. Okay. I'll be there. Follow my signs. Huh? Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, definitely come in. Yeah. And then I would also say, if you don't just have to go to our open houses. If you driving by and you free and you see an open house sign, go and see what they're talking about. I met a couple of ladies. I had an open house out in Apollo Beach. Didn't have anyone come. Anyone. It's a nice house. It's like 800,000. I had mimosas and my fruit, and no one came. So I saw there was another house that I was leaving, and I said, "Damn, they got 3 cars in the driveway. Let me see what they're doing." It was the agent, the agent, the broker, and the lender. It was them sitting there. They ain't had no one either. They had charcuterie board, and so we sat up there and we drank wine and ate. And then I saw one of them last week at the caravan. She said, "I remember you from the Apollo Beach." I was like, "Yep." So again, you want to make friends with other realtors in the area, and then go visit their open house.
It's great to feel like it.
Yeah, because you see how they set it up. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I always take away just one little nugget.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I appreciate everyone coming. We have 3 minutes. Oh yeah.
It's important to me, and I know you know why. Let's talk about some things that you don't do at an open house.
Oh.
Seriously,
Don't
don't do an open house. I lost a $600,000 listing last month from somebody making mistakes at my open house. One, don't bring your kids. Don't bring your kids, ever. Right, that's one. 2, don't be unprepared. 3, don't be late. 4, don't eat at the open house if it's not your open house. You see it's a clean house, don't eat there. What else? Don't smoke. If you're a smoker, don't smoke. What else?
Agent, a couple years ago, an agent.
Talk to my archive. Don't have a party. Don't have a pool party if they have a pool. I can go way back. It's a lot of shit.
Don't bring your.
Listen, if somebody goes, try not to if somebody has to go to the bathroom,
Right.
go. But always before you leave, double check the bathroom to make sure it looks exactly the way it looked before you got there.
Yeah.
Make sure the house looks exactly the way it looked before you got there.
And lock it up.
It's extremely important. I promise you, I lost a $600,000 listing last month, and the day after I lost it, got an offer. So it's personal.
Yeah, I got hoodies, I think they're like shoe covers, all that.
I always make sure the windows are locked too, because somebody may unlock one and come back.
I had an agent do an open house and she left the back door open and my sellers were furious at me. And it wasn't my fault.
Right.
And I felt terrible because she didn't mean to do it. She's a good person.
Yeah.
So we have to really, really be careful. These are our agents' livelihood.
Yeah.
And,
25 grand.
I have a question. How did you do it?
So my client was really badly OCD. Her house was probably, you could eat off the floor. And she called me, said, "Hey, for some reason I looked on my Ring doorbell and the door just kept opening and it wasn't clients. It was kids. They were eating at the table that we don't eat at. They left a mess. They pissed on the toilets. It was just a combination of stuff. Then she said, you sat in our house. We trusted you. We no longer trust you. These are the people that you brought. We don't want to use you no more." What could I say? Actually, what I said was, I'll sell your house for free. I offered to sell it for free, just to save face. Didn't work.
I'm so sorry.
25 grand.
And they were in love with you before that.
25 grand, lost, gone.
Yeah.
What about inviting your friends, like?
Huh?
Invite your friends.
No, don't invite nobody. Sure, your open house.
Right.
I don't remember who it was, so if you're in this room, I'm sorry, but there was an agent who, he was new and he did not They used to do back in like,
Yeah, back in the seventies, I would think, some kind of cookies.
But the house smelled like cookies, get an air freshener. That's little-
When I first became an agent, my best friend, she was like, "Are you gonna bake cookies?" I said, "Hell, I ain't make no damn cookies."
Everyone says that, why?
But yeah, so, and then I also put on here, when you're at the open house, and this is important, make sure you put the toilet seat down.
Yeah.
When you're videoing, you don't want to see the toilet, I don't care how clean it is,
Yeah.
I just don't wanna see that, that's just proper etiquette, put the toilet seat down.
Shut the shower curtains too.
Yeah, shut the shower curtains if it's open. You wanna, you're like kind of staging the house for when your people come in. So you wanna make sure that everything's put in its place, everything is set up nice and neat. I have my little speaker, I play little music. So when they're coming in, I'm greeting them, they're hearing music, and it's just kind of relaxing to them. I play jazz and that relaxes
Exactly, like
everybody.
your jazz self.
Yeah, yeah, watercolor jazz.
I use lo-fi, chill hop. It's good, try it, it's on Apple Music. They have all different kinds of stations, they're good.
Yeah. All right, well, again, thank you for coming. Any other questions before we do this drawing for this Starbucks gift card? I guess I'll put one of yours in here.
You stayed the whole time.
I mean, yeah, he is. I got everybody's business card.
You give it to me.
Give it to Jen.
You got one out front? There you go. All right. Mandy, can you come through, please?
What's that? $20 cup of coffee.
Clear one.
Gary Bell.
Look at that. $25 gift card. That gives you one of the Starbucks.
Yeah.
Well, again, thank you everybody for coming. I appreciate it. I hope you learned something. Take some takeaways and then come chat with me if you like. I do open houses every week and I took the month of June off because I was out of town, but I'm starting back July. I'm back.
I don't have your contact.
And then it's white.
No, I ended up. I just need one rewind, it's not that good.
810-05.
I forget exactly what I paid, but it was, not cheap.
Well, I bring.
When- Okay.
So,
For how many?
that's probably,
And then you just take it.
I don't have my kid for 5 days, so I'm
okay.
taking.
So I'm saying probably Friday afternoon. The open house is Saturday. So I do them twice. You wanna do Friday, you wanna do Saturday before my open house?
I could do Saturday,
Saturday? Okay. All right, so Saturday, 10:30,
10:30 a.m. Okay,
cause it's at noon,
okay.
and that'll give me an hour to walk around, get everything set up, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Okay,
So
you want me
10:30.
to meet you
Meet me
here?
there. Yep,
Okay.
yep. Awesome, well, thank you. Y'all want your cards back? They not cheating.
I used to work for Verizon. There's some guy named Mike. He was like one of the guys who was talking about- He said he never gonna work, so that's why I asked him.
Yeah.
His name is Michael.
That's
Thank you for all the questions. Appreciate it. Hey, want your card back, Alicia?
You know, something to get started, but yeah.
Yeah, I was right there, Brandon Falkenberg.
Oh, so you worked at the corporate?
Yeah.
Now, thank you guys.
Good.
I have the thing open houses.
Yep, I got it at 70. I got it at 71.
And I have one, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do strawberry.
Then I go to.
Went outside, I saw a family. Because they were not home.
I hate. Yeah.
You know,
Actually, that's not-
I think I need some help. You know,
Yeah.
don't do that.
Go ahead,
Then-
sorry, I just want to.
When the Escalade pulls up,
Okay.
woman in the driver's seat raises.
Go back.
What you did before that?
So read,
I'm like,
okay, this is what I usually
We're
read.
trying to get into this driveway, you know, unlock it. I walk to the escalator, I'm like, hey, I'm over here to see the house. Come on in. I was like, what if I was up
Where's
inside?
your-
But I
Sell
used to
it.
be an insurance myself.
That's the opportunity. And it turns out, they were
Let's go to.
at the listing, it was right down the street. And they were able to see the house.
I don't have a first name, but you need to go.
Oh, yeah.
At one point, there was like you on the phone, so I was outside, and I was like, oh, you're done there, come on over here.
Check this out.
I was saying,
Yes.
it made 2,000.
So the company, my guy that I talked to,
I left there.
So that was what they came in for.
the difference.
Wife's like,
Like 25 homes, like shit.
It's
possible. Trust me.
It's right there. Hey, no,
By the end of
I don't have access to,
this year.
I live in the area.
Well, you highlighted.
So, it's my car, you know, which is out there.
Like, so, job, you get out what you put in.
Yeah.
He started asking me, you know, do you have these listings? I'm like,
Cheryl.
"Let's go with that."
Mhm.
That's when I found out. he doesn't have
That you had when we
access
first walked in, that had like the bullet point, you had to go there about a drawing.
I know, you don't regret it.
Oh, if I do a drawing, like I might have a gift card.
So the loan is, that, you, what you highlighted was the first page.
So I-
I'm sorry, I'm coming back, Alicia.
The first
Right here.
line, is origination.
He always goes through my name anyway.
So.
For drawing, have QR code?
Oh, sign up and sheet, so forward to drawing. So.
Oh, okay, so it's about giving the gift.
So my guy, that's what he offered the same ring.
He's like,
It's a little different. There may be a underlying fee.
That's the last thing you said.
It's.
Personally not like that, maybe.
It's all on her comfort.
And I know, you know, it's real big, no right now, trigger credit, say like that, no credit, leery about, you know, like, you know, that's my credit, that's what's going on.
It's not gonna hurt. Starting back.
They do, man, you're in Fort Lauderdale.
Doing the application.
And you get out from there, they say, yeah, I don't know too, like,
So what's your situation? Yeah.
It's local?
It is, I guess, one of the things,
you always hear that.
and the last Rob is,
No.
okay, so I got your
Intentions.
comments today.
No, of course.
I got the mic.
Then we got into this conversation about.
Oh, yeah, you got four duties?
Yeah, I signed up for it
So.
yesterday. It was
Yeah.
still available.
Open house, like, that's what she said.
Construction is happening?
You, man.
He might be.
Okay, let me get this. Let
Let
me go to my computer.
out here. Yeah.
Cheryl, that open house too on Saturday?
Uh-huh.
Literally run your autopilot for you if you use it the right way. And you pay for it.
It's from 11 to what time? on Saturday?
No, it's from 12 to
Oh,
3.
today, man.
12 to 3.
We'll door knock at 10:30,
10:30.
and then, okay, I could probably, do you mind if I come in and watch you at the open house? Thank you.
You're welcome. I don't know if the,
A lot of times they wanna see. the loan. They just don't want you to, they just don't want you to tell them. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause you tell